Balls deep in your mom. So here, all 3 pieces of Excalibur were hidden across the globe, and Orcs and Uruks take the Orcan Isles, renamed to Gondoria, then renamed them to Persia. Yep, it's now nicknamed it's now truly named Persia. It's been nicknamed Persia for like the past like 3 to 400 years. For like the past 500 years actually, it's been named Persia. With the final piece of Excalibur hidden here, we were sort of disappointed. Like, you want us to keep Excalibur safe? They ain't even got no one can even guard Excalibur. Here, Cerberus has just been vibing here. Man has been riding the Witch King. Well, Orc is hot for the first few black Orcs. Empty and now filled with Nazgul. The Persia is a very broken up land. I'm gonna focus on here because we haven't focused here for a while. Now villagers are finally okay. This island, we need to send people to the island. So this island has been nicknamed PA. No one knows what PA stands for, so they sent people down to the tip. People only know about the tip though. There's been natives living here for years. They sent out 2 golems. Take down this evoker, the 2 evokers. Six statues. Ten statues actually. Now many people are here to take back this country that they say used to belong to them, to Gondorians who used to own it. And then some Spartans came down to take over. And the first villagers come here to take back a country that they didn't even. These are very similar to the Europeans who set up the 13 colonies. Here's the 1 colony. Here, this ain't even a drop in the bucket. And many of them are just now living simple, secluded life. And Cerberus is like, oh, no, you don't. Cerberus is escaping. The 3-tailed, 3-headed beast is escaping. Let him go, let him free him. Free him. Oh, yeah, I'm pushing him. Free him, take Cerberus away, back to the very pits of heck. I gotta take this man back to the very pits of HE double hockey sticks. This is the 6th, is the new king of Persia. And he is trying to keep Cerberus, he's trying to unleash Cerberus for the first time ever. The first time Cerberus has ever leave the whole Hillary villager. The totem of the villagers were born, and the totems were here to guard anything that did not belong to them. It's the guard. These statues would pair up whenever a villager mage would be born. And so, they knew that villagers had finally come here after years of waiting for it to happen. It happened alright. Ooh! Oh, shoot! Guys, I was gonna show you what's happening to the people. The people, Persia, the villagers of Persia, they said they were colonized by a man named Leonidas the 12th. It was called a legend. In his day, he colonized an entire new country. This was like considered like terraforming. It was like people were like trying to terraform an entirely new planet from nothing to the ground up. They've seen a building of something of a culture they've never seen before, and Nazguls are something they've just discovered. But they haven't discovered that people call this the New World. PA, as it was called. The maps never really. PA, there was a map everywhere. PA, then jungle, then Sparta, SP for Southern Sparta, and NP for North Sparta. I mean NS for North Sparta, and they realized they came from the north of Sparta. They took an entire boat here. The boat did crash. That's why many of them are in the water. But Leonidas had 3 brothers, but not many Greeks that have been living out in the cold. Many Greeks have been living out in the cold for years. Greeks have been living out in the cold for hundreds of years. Greek men and women have been living here for years as hunter-gatherers again, like their early ancestors in the first 100 years of owning Persia. Yeah, they've decided not to. And late Furies have been living here. Nanners used to own the lands. Nanners too. Nanners have finally realized. I mean, not finally realized. But for the winter, they move over here because it's much better for the winter. I mean, for the summer. They move over here for the summer. For the winter because it's much more warmer here. 6 degrees warmer. Here, the Nanners are like semi-flying beasts. They don't fly very much. They can fly, but they don't like to very much. And 2 Night Furies were born here. Mother and Mother's nightmare. No, this Nanner was first time Nanner, but in its death it led to 6 more Nanners. Born of the legacy. Just became to their mythology. This led to the myth of Medusa. Medusa was a real woman. She had very long green hair. She discovered how to take the wings of the green ones. So the green ones were much worse at flying. Because she killed the ones that were very good at flying, and she took the ones that weren't very good at flying. That were not very good, and she kept them to breed them so she just clip off their wings. That's why the green ones fly the very least. While the blue ones and red ones can fly much more. Many Nanners have died due to dying in the ice because so many Nanners have realized we gotta move to PA. And realized they could just move here for the entire winter. Because the coldest it ever gets is 69 degrees. That's not even a freezing point. That's just cold. So just 10 Nanners were sent out, but left to colonize the New World. Here was nicknamed the New World, even though this was the first place humans even lived. Yeah, the first board here was a young red one. And the green ones were many more greens. Because greens were actually better swimmers because they had to adapt to swimming. The sunrise was beautiful. And the first 6 months of living on this island was very beautiful. I loved here. We've discovered how to get fish Leon. Fish Leon and scales. And the colored scales from the natters. Now, they were taking down zombies. The golems were very, very strong. They got dead. The colonizers of this world were very magical. Because here, beginning of the new world, we're now in the Discovery Age. The Age of Discovery begun. A very beautiful age as people described it. I mean, it wasn't the most beautiful age. Like, Gondorians had actually realized we can go back to our home after years. But they never told them that this is actually the old world. I mean, this is a place until all the final 12 Gondorians were here. They told them about the secret that this was the place humanity originated, and originally the Gondorians, the Orc, were the ones who owned the island. Then the Gondorians had taken over from the Orcs' Iron Fist, who made all humans slaves. Who enslaved the humans. Bow, 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 bow. But they hated the dragons. They really, not the dragons. They didn't like them very much, but they hated the Nazgul even more. Dragons weren't very they didn't notice the dragons even were a thing. Oh God. These natters were the heroes of the world. So here, green ones actually could extend this was the longest wings ever for a green one. And you see how this blue one's like 1 or 2 feet longer? That's because here at the beginning of the new world. The old world. Colonizing an old world. And the beginning of the end of Cerberus. Originally it was the end for Smaug had been killed. Now it's the end of Cerberus as well.